Listening to Pearlos House of Hymes NHL Takes Frolic. Hymes Body Lube, it's the best. There, I said it. I don't have my Hymes promotion up today because we're going to have two fine guests today. One, Ron Mont, of course, you're probably aware of him from Puck in Deep, one of the finest one of the finest what do you prospect guys that you're going to find. Does a lot of interviews with some great prospects and does a great job of it. Also, Jim Biringer from Sirius Radio and Sirius NHL Radio. He also does, I want to remember, the Roundtable and many other things as well. I know Jim Biringer primarily from Twitter. I followed him a while ago, and it just so happens that he and I have, unbelievably, because this doesn't happen too often, the same takes on a lot of things. And I reached out to him and I asked him if he would be if he would be interested in collabing with me, and he said he did. And then I didn't even put two and two together. This is the Biringer that's on Han and all of that from Sirius Radio. He goes on there all the time. I didn't put two and two together, but I like his work. I mean, I agree with them. So, yeah. Actually, that's not true. There's lots of people out there that I disagree with that I like as well. Anyways, I've been doing articles through the Hockey News. I don't want to give you some idea that the Hockey News is paying me or something. I don't know. I just decided, what the heck, I'm going to start trying to write some stuff. I just did an article apologizing for my comments because I had some people reach out to me saying that in my last video, which you can check out, I flat out said that I believe that there is collusion going on now between Guerin, his agent, and Larkin. All right. So emphasis on the word believe there, but I did an article apologizing for my insensitive statements and stuff like that. And you check that out on my Twitter and go on and tell me what you think. If I hit the mark, my apologies for my insensitive ideas and takes for the last 2 months. Yeah. So today, I just did a, let's see if we got anybody in here now. Hey, Real Deal Primer. How you doing, my friend? I just did my video on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Just got a rousing response. I'll tell you. 7 views. That's so 7 people watched it. Probably only 1 or 2 of them watched the whole thing, if that. But you can go check it out. It's my prediction on whether the Toronto Maple Leafs will make the playoffs next year. My rundown of their roster, all of those sort of things like that. Also, the Boston Bruins, who had a unbelievably high amount of views, that of 11. And so you can check that out as well. I got a couple shorts out there that I've been doing. And like I said, I'm doing articles through the Hockey News. Not for the Hockey News. Just doing articles there that have the name Hockey News, the Hockey News on it. I think it's like a public thingamajigger that you do. So talk about this Larkin situation and many other things. So because of maybe the little lack of interest on the videos that I'm doing, I'm going to start doing more of these lives. Find out what everybody is talking about today out in the land. What is everybody interested in? So, and we're just going to talk hockey. Like I said, Ron Mont is going to come in. Oh, I got to send this out to them, by the way. Probably a good idea if I want him to come in here. Send out the link to him. Think? Yeah. Haven't did that yet. And I got to send it out to Mr. Biringer too. Did I get rid of that already? So I was looking at the Dallas Stars today because I was going to do a video on it. But I mean, it's the middle of summer. And apparently people are doing like things outside and stuff. That's what they tell me. So doing a video on the Dallas Stars didn't seem like a very good way to go. So I am just going to talk about it right now. And I can't think and talk at the same time. That's why I say all this stupid shit that I do. There I go. I sent the link. I'll tell you what. I haven't looked it up yet. I'm going to look it up right now. The Dallas Stars. I'm going to look it up right now and see if I can find a good price. Plus 340. I'm not going to put a lot on it. I'm going to put a little on the Dallas Stars to miss the playoffs next year. Yes, sir. You heard it here first. The Dallas Stars to miss the playoffs this year. Last year, my biggest plus money bet preseason wasn't my biggest bet. My biggest plus money bet was the Toronto Maple Leafs to miss the playoffs. That was plus 350. And I put quite a bit on it. I was really confident that Toronto was going to miss the playoffs last year. It wasn't just the fact that they were without Larkin. Because without Larkin, with the lineup they had, they probably had a lineup that could make the playoffs. It was the psychological aspect of a team that had been in the playoffs for years, had not been able to get past the first or second round. And now you remove a player who everybody in that room knew how important Marner was, mostly everybody, I'm pretty sure, to the team and what he had did. Whatever you want to say about some of the things he said or whatever, everybody knew how important he was to that team. And my thinking was that when they got going and realizing like, hey, you know what? They're trying to win a cup. It's not about making the playoffs or the first or second round. When it starts to sink in that you just weren't as good as you have been for the last 7 years, and there was other factors involved with that too. They lost Holmberg. They lost a few players that I thought were big pieces that they shouldn't have lost. And also, Berube, of course, plays a very defensive system, very demanding, expects a lot of his players to come back. And there's players there that, well, just don't. Nylander. Just don't. Just will never do it. Doesn't believe in it. Is morally opposed to it. Good evening, Kevin Hawthorne. Thank you for coming in. Anyway, so I thought that energy would be too tough for them to overcome. And not to mention the fact that there was this lying thing over their head that they had to be bottom. I think, was it bottom 5? I think it was bottom 5 in the league in order to get that draft pick. And I know there's many. In fact, I think, is it Real Deal or is there Russell? Somebody that has made it clear. I know our good friend JD. He has made it clear that players do not think that way. Players don't care about prospects. They don't think about that, all that kind of stuff like that. They definitely don't think that way. And I don't think you're going to find a player who's going to say that out loud to people ever. But do I think they actually do? Well, yeah, I do. Like you look at a team like Florida last year. You can say what you want. Their energy, once they realized they weren't in it this year, once they realized they didn't have it, they didn't really try to have it too much. And if I'm a player, it's just this is logic. To tell you the honest truth, to think that a player is not cognizant of how much a top pick in a draft can be important to their organization, to me, is kind of making them out to be not too bright. Like players not to be too bright. Because you got a team like Florida, Matthews, what is he? First overall. You know, it's a top pick. These are the players you get up there. Florida, Barkov, Lundell was a high pick. Reinhart was a high pick. I went through a bunch of them. Ekblad was a high pick. All of these players were high picks. Are you saying that they don't see the value in the fact that their team might get a high pick? I don't get it. Yeah, I know what they say. They're not going to say that because there's not a player that's going to admit to that sort of energy in the room. And I don't think it's like conscious anyways. I think it's just us. It could be very well a subconscious concept that happens. It could be more subconscious, but I think in some ways, in some organizations, it could even be conscious. Now, I have gotten myself in a little hot water making assumptions about things that I'm predicting. It's not really hot water. It's more or less just people getting offended by what I say. And so for me to go out and say the Florida Panthers didn't give out full effort the second half as much as they normally would, and they consciously realized that it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a bottom 10. That is my opinion, okay? It is an opinion based on what I think is logic. There's no factual information on this. This is part of the reason why I try not to get too much in the insider stuff. Because honestly, I just want to make logical opinions. So when I said about before the Olympic break, I made a prediction that Florida was going to miss the playoffs. They're not going to come back. And that's what happened. It definitely wasn't because the players realized the value of that first round pick. Definitely wasn't because of that. So don't let anybody tell you that it had anything to do with that. Okay? Okay. All right. Don't want to get, because, people are going to be listening here. Everybody in the land is listening. We don't want to get the league on our ass trying to say that sort of thing. I also put out an apology today on my for the Hockey News on an article that I did, apologizing for what seemed like accurate information that I was providing, based on the fact that many of the things I said is what happened. But of course, no, it was blasphemous. I mean, it was really ill-advised, insensitive, all of those things. Seemingly accurate, but insensitive. So you might want to read the article. You'll get the gist of what I'm saying. NHL All-Star Bets. Hey, how you doing, my friend? Robert, good talking to you. Is he still going to Minnesota? Okay, well, that was what the article was about. I wasn't about whether he's going to Minnesota. It's not about that. It was about my prediction that he would go to Minnesota, and that I said that he would pick 3 teams. 2 of them would not be reasonable trade partners. So he would pigeonhole Stevie Yzerman to go to Minnesota. Now, we know that that is outlandish, that I would say something like that. I mean, I'm really just, what am I doing with that? I am accusing Dylan Larkin of trying to make it look like he's doing something, but he's not. I mean, obviously very insensitive, very outlandish, and I'm damaging the reputation of the league and Dylan Larkin, of course, right? That's for sure. So, but to ask the question, we know that already, right? So I apologize for doing that. I'll try really, really hard not to do it again. I'm gonna really I'm gonna put. I think I'm gonna go get like a spiritual guru to help me be able to communicate in a way that isn't so insensitive. Do I think he's going? Okay, after the Yzerman firing, and this is something that Ron Mont and we did a video here. I didn't even apologize for this. We did a video about 3 or 4 days before he got fired, where Ron Mont came up with it. Actually, I mean, I figured that there was a chance, but Ron Mont was all over it more than I was. And as he explained it, he insinuated that regardless of what happened with Dylan Larkin, that Stevie Yzerman was going to get fired. This was about 3-4 days before the firing. And obviously it was speculation and it was built on no fact whatsoever. Like there was no facts, there's no insider, hadn't talked to anybody in any upper management or had any reason whatsoever to think that, just by using our little brain logic stuff. And I mean, that doesn't mean much, right? Exactly. So, and it happened to happen 4 days later that happened, that he got fired. So just coincidentally, of course, we were talking out of our ass. So, and I agreed with him. Now, after that situation happened, so I got to be careful here. Robert, with how I talk about this. So, is Dylan Larkin still going to Minnesota? Now, here's an erroneous thing that I've said after this happened. And this is really what the article is about. So remember, everything I'm about to say here is built on no fact. I have no inside information on any of this. So I can't give you an insider who suggests that this is the case. I haven't talked to the general manager. I haven't talked to Dylan Larkin. I certainly haven't talked to his agent. I have no basis for saying any of this stuff. So if it appears to be accurate as you go through, just remember that I had no basis saying this. Just want to get that out there right away. So I'm thinking what I was thinking, but just out of thin air, was that I think the situation with Minnesota might have gone too far. This is based on this unsubstantiated opinion that Bill Guerin has been maybe discussing with the agent and Larkin this process all the way through, which is like, please, I know this is something I shouldn't be saying at all, and I do not want I'm doing disservice to the league and to Bill Guerin for sure, without a doubt, by suggesting such a thing. It was just came into my mind, it's just a thought, that Bill Guerin he kind of stepped away from Trocheck, who at one time he appeared to be very interested in, and Trocheck seemed to be pretty interested in him, seemingly. And all of a sudden, he wasn't anymore. He went out and did the was that deal for Maeda and Coleman, added to his team a little bit. It just appears to me that he's kind of left a hole there up the middle and is kind of waiting for something. So do I think he's going to Minnesota? Now, with Stevie Yzerman being let go, I had also this crazy assumption that part of the reason why Dylan Larkin was doing what he was doing was he was dissatisfied with the work that Stevie Yzerman and the organization is doing. Yeah, I thought that. He probably, maybe he just woke up one day and said, I want to move somewhere else. That's it. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's no background to it all. Maybe he hates Michigan and he just doesn't want to be in Michigan anymore. Maybe it's just that. Maybe he's just tired. He just needs a change. Just like the leaves change on the trees, Dylan Larkin just woke up one day and said, yeah, take a change here. It's possible. It's possible too. But my thinking was that, if now that Stevie Yzerman's there, is Detroit looking at the situation going, maybe our best bet is to see if Dylan Larkin had any insight or had any maybe he had something. Maybe there's something we should be looking at. Maybe we'll get a general manager that has a little different philosophy that might line up to Dylan Larkin's a little bit more. And we know he loves Detroit, or we think he does. That's unsubstantiated. The fact that he was born there, played college there, lived there his whole life, and met his wife in college there would be pure speculation that he loves Michigan for sure, of course. But possibly I think Chris Ilitch, who is the CEO, I think I said he was the owner one time, but CEO, mentioned that they weren't happy with where the team was. He said obviously everyone, including the fans, everybody in the organization is not happy where Detroit is right now. That's a fact. I believe that was something that was posted up there. So if he were to say that, what would he mean by that? Would that mean, does that sound like somebody who wants to keep on going the direction they were before? Or maybe they want to change directions? Just me? I don't know. I have no inside information. So, I have nobody telling me anything, so I don't know any facts. But if I were to say, I would just take a lucky guess, I'd say maybe a different direction here, and maybe they talk to, maybe they talk to Larkin and see if they have a different package to give him to come back to Detroit. So before, I was fully on him going to Minnesota, and I still kind of am. And the reasoning for that is I wonder now if it's just gotten too far. I wonder now if you had a choice, like if it was up to you, this is what I do in these situations. I put myself in the shoes of the person that is happening to, that's going on, that it's try to put myself in their shoes. If I'm Dylan Larkin, I never wanted to leave Detroit. As far as I'm concerned, this is my speculation. Never wanted to leave Detroit, never wanted to leave Michigan, loves the state, loves the city. I'm basing this on the fact that he was born there and all the things I just said, just assuming. And really got frustrated with where the organization was going, and started to realize or maybe question whether he was going to be a big part of the plans moving forward as far as his own professional goals of winning a cup. Got frustrated. Him and his wife were talking a lot, I'm guessing. Just guessing. And both of them, I could imagine coming in the door and saying, with frustration on a regular basis that the team isn't going in a very good direction, possibly frustration with, it seemed like there might have been some frustration with Stevie Yzerman down the road. I heard through the grapevine, by same information you get, that the communication wasn't all the greatest. They weren't talking to each other too much. And said and realized that I'm not going to be able to reach my professional goals here, in his mind. So And his wife is like, but we love it here. This is Michigan. All our family is here. I mean, come on, man. Like, can't you just, do you have to win a cup? You're an NHL player. And he's like, yeah, I kind of do. That's kind of why I am an NHL player. Yeah, kind of. Maybe some arguments happening between them too, or at least both of them very frustrated with the situation at the very least. Possibly. So, though, you go to the Olympics, you have a general manager that selects you for the Olympic team, and your best friend, Quinn, one of your best, not a best friend, I don't know how tight they are. They're tight enough, though, that Quinn Hughes is there, and everything going on there. And I don't know, maybe you might discuss some stuff. I might have been a little too sure of myself that the players in the Olympics talked about their situations at their home teams and maybe talked about how much they would enjoy playing with each other. When Quinn Hughes went to Detroit, do you think that them being close friends, they might have texted back and forth to each other? When Quinn Hughes was possibly text back to see how things were going? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Pure speculation. No fact here. So possibly they did. And, that got the ball rolling and the wheels spinning and stuff like that. And now, even though he is a huge Michigan guy, it's possible that there has been discussions going on, and maybe Bill Guerin has been waiting on this. Maybe he stuck his neck out for Mr. Larkin, and he's pretty confident. And you got a general manager that did that. Yes, they trained together in the off season. There you go. Right. They both played. Yeah, they were friends. Right. That is a fact, Robert. That's a fact. That is the truth, that they do train together and they're friends. So, is it a fact that they talk to each other about this? No. No. I have no. They probably. I mean, you can make assumptions that maybe did, but is it factual information? So, yeah, and they, maybe if I don't, you read the article and tell me what you think about the article. I posted on Twitter. Read the article. Tell me what you think about everything I just said. So you're asking me, do I think he's going to go to Minnesota? I'm leaning that he still goes to Minnesota here. I think Detroit's going to give it a good go. I think they might even be able to get him thinking like, shoot, why didn't he might be thinking, why didn't you fire Stevie Y earlier? Right away. Right away. Did it take them that long to figure out? But maybe you want to change the direction. Maybe they had to figure out what they were going to do. But if they did, maybe sooner, maybe if there was better communication going on here, Larkin would still be in Detroit, because I really don't think he wants to leave there. I just think it might have gone too far now. Might have gone too far into the well, and I don't know if they're going to bail themselves out of it. So I do think he's going to Minnesota. There has been some insiders, I can't remember, St. Helen or something like that, that has said that Dylan Larkin needs to expand his teams because just because it sounded like a threatening thing that she said, getting information from somebody. Now, if I'm a manager or an owner or whatever in this situation, I have insiders at my ready, what would I do? What would I do with the, what would I say to insiders? Would it not be in my best interest for me to say to insiders, Dylan Larkin better expand his list, because don't give a reason why, just say. Because they didn't say why. They just said he better expand his list. Of course, off the threat without saying things. This is the way it is now, and this is the way it is in sports in general. There's a whole lot of saying things but not saying things. You got to read between the lines and everything. I get in trouble because I don't do that. I just blurt shit out, say stuff. I don't even know why I get in trouble, because nobody fucking listens to me anyway. So what the hell am I getting in trouble for? So yeah, you would say that. And it's an offhanded threat. In other words, you may have to go back to Detroit. My take, this is a take. This is a logical thinking based on all the information that I'm aware of. Me putting myself in the shoes of the people that are there to what I think is happening here. And I've said it before. I think that Dylan Larkin is not afraid to go back to Detroit. He's not. He's not afraid of the boos from the fans if he does play. He's not afraid to sit and force the owners to pay him $8.5 million, where they're already kind of pissed off. It's not even $8.5 million, actually. They already paid out most of his salary. So in this way, I guess they're not even paying out. They already paid out most of his salary. So if he's going to sit, it's going to be less. I made a mistake there, actually. They paid out most of his salary already. So I don't think he's afraid to go back and do whatever. I think he's digging his heels in. He wants to go in the spot, and that's what he wants. And that's it. And I think Detroit is far more afraid of it. Because now, if you are an owner, manager, or whatever, and you don't care if Detroit comes back, or just if you don't care if Larkin comes back and all of those sort of things like that, why do you want to make it public? You can just tell them, just come back. We don't care. What do you need to tell an insider for? What is the insider information? Insiders don't just say things generally that don't have substantiated backing, especially if they are connected to the Red Wings. Because if an insider starts saying stuff that they heard here, there, or the other place, and you have the Illiches getting ticked off about it, this is me just thinking, I don't think you're getting too much real inside information after a while. Just me, I get people. I've had people DM me about, and talk to me about, making the accusation that there was collusion in the Minnesota thing, with Minnesota and all that stuff like that, making an accusation of it. Yeah, and if you listen to successful people, unlike me, they usually do a really good job of not saying things like that. They usually do a really good job of slightly insinuating something and then moving away from it really quick, or deflecting that type of talk because they don't want to tick anybody off. I don't get it. Although it seems to work for them. But yeah, I don't know what to say. That's, if I'm trying to predict what's going to happen, I think I have to give a reason why. That's another good thing that some people do, is they just predict something and they don't say why. They just predict it's going to happen, and that's it. Maybe that's what I should do. Just don't say why. Well, they're saying that he's available for trade. Okay, so I said I was gonna, because this is gonna be a long stream. I'll tell you that right now. It's gonna be a long stream. I don't know when Ron's coming on. I should tell him I sent the link. Before I do here, I gotta go turn on the AC. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, Marchenko. Okay. 3 point some million from Marchenko. Um, apparently again, and I just heard about this news, so I don't know for sure. There's a limited amount of teams he wants to go to. Does he have a no trade clause? I wanted to look at that. Uh, it's taking forever. I got to get rid of some of the stuff in my tray. That's probably why I got to get rid of some of the stuff in my tray. Yeah, he's a restricted free agent, so he doesn't think he has any no movement clause at all. No. Yeah. Okay, so this is a good example when you're talking about Marchenko, how I have said that I really don't think that no trade clauses have as much of an impact as people think. In this situation, Kirill Marchenko has tons of leverage because he simply needs, all he has to do is say to whatever team that he's willing to sign long with. That's it. I mean, you can trade for him if you want, but it's only going to be for 1 year. And he's going to go, like, say, I'll start. If you want to come on, you're welcome to do so too, by the way. This is a free for all thing. So he could just say, like, you're taking him as a rental. If Montreal's where he wants to go, he wants to play with Demidov, like you said. Could very well be. I'm not sure. That's what I've heard some rumblings about that. 40. I've heard some rumblings about that. So he can just tell all the teams, you're going to take me as a rental. And then that puts Montreal in a pretty good position because they only have to compete with a rental return. And Columbus's only real recourse here is to just keep them for the season. So the value's got to be high enough that it's more valuable for Columbus to take the return than it is to keep them for the season and make the playoffs, which has value for the Columbus Blue Jackets. They haven't made it in a long time. And they can trade him anytime. They can trade him later. So right now, Montreal might be able to do something like that. So let's say that a team out there goes, all right, I want to take, I don't care. I know you want to go to Montreal, but we'll be happy to have you as a rental. Edmonton Oilers. I'd be all over that if I'm the Edmonton Oilers. I don't know. Here's Howard. Here's Savoy. Here's whatever. Just you got to win right now. So now let's say you're the Edmonton Oilers. You call Marchenko's agent up and say, excuse me. Excuse me. And tell Marchenko's agent, look, we'll take him for the year. We know he wants to go to Montreal. We understand you're not going to sign him long term. And all that. All stars. So let's say you're the Edmonton Oilers and you call him up and say, I'll take him as a rental. And then Marchenko, through his agent or him himself, says, I really don't want to go to Edmonton. My family doesn't want to move there. I'd rather stay in Columbus if I was going in Edmonton. Do you make the deal anyways?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
To go,
if you're a general manager
Marchenko,
and the person says, I have no interest in going out west to Edmonton, bringing my family there or leaving my family for this year to play for your team, but you don't have a no trade clause. You would have to do it if they traded you. But as a general manager of the team who wants to acquire him, do you make the deal anyways?
Yeah.
I don't.
Dude, if I was Marchenko, I would love to play with Connor.
Well, you
McDavid.
aren't Marchenko. I am saying
Or
if
Draisaitl.
Marchenko were to say everything I just said, as a general manager, are you making that trade?
It's a gamble.
It is a gamble now. You're going to give up huge assets for this.
I would
You're going to
give
give up
up
Howard,
Zach Hyman.
Savoy through 2 firsts if they have them. I don't even know if they have them. And for Marchenko, I can't do it. And that's the reason why I said no trade clauses are overrated, because all you got to do is tell the general manager, I have no interest in going there.
You have one more year to get McDavid to stay, so I would totally gamble.
Yeah, but I mean, how much is it? This guy's not going to be happy. Guy's not going to be happy. He's going to come in the room going, all right, I'm here. Like, I don't know, man.
And then he puts up 40.
If he does, yeah. You hope that he can like grow into the idea that he's there, but he doesn't bring his family. His family's in Columbus. His kids, if he has kids, I don't even know Marchenko's situation. If he has kids, he doesn't want to switch schools to Edmonton. You understand, they got families, so they're probably staying in Columbus. So he's not going to see his family much for a year. He's not going to be a happy dude that you did this. I don't know if you're not getting the best Marchenko you can get out of this.
Hey, you got a better chance to win a Stanley Cup in Edmonton than you do Columbus.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, I know people like to say, "Oh, the Stanley Cup is the most important thing and everything." Man, his family is more important. That's why I think Dylan Larkin's doing what he's doing right now, because family is so important to him that he doesn't want to disrupt them as little as possible. That's why I still think he goes to Minnesota. I would have said it was like 80% sure, 85% sure he's going to Minnesota before. After the Stevie Yzerman firing, maybe 65%, somewhere around there, that he still ends up going to Minnesota. So that's what I've been saying. Like, I know they have these no trade clauses, but there's ways to get around that. And it used to be the players didn't feel right doing this. They had this attitude of, I'm in the league, I should be happy to be here. I don't, but it's a new generation now. The people take care of themselves now. They're not going to sacrifice their own personal goals or family to accommodate wealthy billionaire owners. I'm sorry, that's just the way it's true.
Do you want to know what I saw the other day?
What's that?
Carter Gauthier will not take less than Leo Carlson.
No, that's not true. That was Jimmy Murphy put out that is not. There's no truth to that whatsoever.
Okay, so it's just random.
It's not going to be 18. It looks like looks like it's going to be 14, 15 million. Something like that, which is
more than Robert.
Yeah, remember I was saying that Robertson was going to take a 1-year deal and sign big the next one. So I still think that's going to happen in Dallas. He's staying in Dallas. He's taking the 1-year deal. He's going to sign big in Dallas. I think he wanted to do that. A little birdie told me, and that's all I can say. And I wouldn't even be mentioning this because unless it was something that it's from a person who's usually very, very accurate with this shit, and said that his father was the one that said you shouldn't sign that deal in Seattle. It was his father. And if that is the truth, and again, this is speculation, I think the reason for that is that his father knows that he really loves Dallas and their family loves Dallas and they want to stay there. So, and the option was to take a risk of injury, because if he gets injured here, he has no backing, right? He's got to make sure he doesn't get injured this year. Don't want to be getting injured. And then take a big pay. That's how much he wants to stay in Dallas, if that's the case. And I think that's likely what he's doing here. I think he really, really, really loves Dallas and wants to stay there.
I think he's a smart hockey player and he can see the system that the Seattle Kraken have, and his numbers would go way down. Way down.
Well, probably. Yeah, I mean, that too. I mean, there's a lot of other things too. Like, apparently they've got a jock tax coming. So if you're, I don't know if it just applies to athletes, But if you're an athlete, you got to pay like 22 or 25%. They're a no tax state, but they have this jock tax coming in, so that's probably part of it too. But yeah. So anyways, my early take is I have Dallas missing the playoffs next year, plus 340.
Who's going to make it? St. Louis?
Either let's look at that. This is a marathon. I'm doing this all night. So I got Biringer coming in at 9:00. Let's look who is going to make it over them. San Jose Sharks could do it if they were in a wild card spot. I could see St. Louis being better this year. But my main thing with Dallas, I'm not saying they're going to make it. They're going to miss, like for sure. I'm not as confident as I was in Toronto last year. But I think with the idea that Robertson is probably going to have to kind of be careful. And they lost Bork. They just will, sort of like I said with Toronto last year, I think over the year, they're going to realize that they just don't have it this year. And it's going to kind of wear on them over the year, and possibly they could miss.
Jamie Benn signed there for league minimum.
And look at, you got Sagan. Is he going to stay healthy? He's kind of sucks now too. Ben sucks. You got him in your third pair, or on the third line. Sagan on the second line. Those guys could be done after 20 games, and they don't really have anybody to replace them. So I think it's worth a shot at plus 340 to say Dallas misses the playoff.
A lot would have to go wrong for them to miss, because there's a lot.
There's a lot there that can go wrong.
Rantanen, Heiskanen, Johnston, Robert.
Rantanen's had his injury issues. I think Hintz. I mean, can he stay healthy for a full 82? Can he stay healthy for a full 82? Yeah. How much of these injuries? So, like, it's possible. I'm just saying it wouldn't blow my mind if Dallas missed the playoffs. I think a plus 340 is worth a shot. Not a big shot, but just a little bit. St. Louis.
Chicago.
I mean, no, I don't think so.
They're going to be better. They're going to be a lot better. They have more depth.
I mean, it's hard with these young teams like this, because it's hard to say how these young players when they're going to pop, when they're going to get it. I mean, and they have a coach there that's teaching a 1-3-1 system, and they're just not getting it.
You need to be aggressive in this league. You need to bring the fight.
But you need to be able to do both. You need to find a system that can allow you to be aggressive at times.
You have to score 4 goals to win, or 3 at least.
In the regular season, you got to be able to if you have to. And, like you said, like Seattle's and stuff aren't really there. LA's going to have a rough go, I think.
Zuccarello's in LA.
Yeah. Yeah. Is he going to be 40 or is he
39, 38? I think he was 38.
Yeah. Played excellent last year, but he was with Kaprizov. Now he's going to be like with
Panarin.
I think he's going to play with Panarin. He's got to be. Right?
And then Byfield's their number 1 center now.
From what I understand, they're going to put Kempe.
He can skate. Kempe would not be the worst option. He's a good. Does he play defense?
He hasn't the last 2 years. Here's what I've been seeing, and you see with Carolina too. There's been a new kind of, like, in man-on-man and 1-3-1s. What they're doing is they're allowing certain players to fly the zone, and you saw it all last year in the playoffs. The flip pass to to the red line and then fight for the puck there. You know what? That makes a hell of a lot of sense. Why sit there and fight down low? When you lose it, it can be a shot instantly. When you can fight for it at the red line, and if you lose it, at least you got time to recover. It's a great
Montreal
idea.
love to do that in the playoffs. Flip it out and make it a one-on-one 50-50 battle. And it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
It worked. Yeah, Carolina did it a lot too, though. They did, especially when you start getting tired.
You
know, flip it.
I would rather flip
it
the
in
puck
the-
out and give it to the other team than turn it over in my own zone 10 out of 10 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're starting to see it more and more. And me, I really got into analytics, but that move is now you got to like really look at analytics with context, because that changes everything. Now you got to have a guy flying the zone all the time. So you're a lot more than you did before, because in order to get to that red line, you got to get moving as soon as the guy touches the puck. So it's going to change things up a little bit. But I get the concept. It's a good way.
I can't believe the NHL used to have a rule where you can't pass it over 2 lines. That's like soccer.
That was when New Jersey was playing the trap and pissing everybody off. And not only that, you could also pretty much tackle guys and not get a call. That's why they called it the dead puck.
Suicide pass.
Oh yeah, watching a New Jersey game back in that day was so boring, dude. You would have freaking probably not even liked it. Seriously.
Under
bad, man.
Under 2.5.
Oh yeah, unders were like 5s on the regular back then, common. And I wasn't a bettor, so I didn't really know. I just heard that from Alex and Ian, who were obviously betting back then still. And 5s were normal. Betting hadn't got huge at that time either. Apparently back then you made a lot more money because they didn't have as much data as they do now. So you were able to get like really good lines, much more than you can now. But I think that makes sense, Marchenko going to Montreal, what you were saying there, because if he has a relationship with Demidov already, plus he already knows how good that kid is. Like, I don't think people realize how good that kid is yet. He reminds me of Fedorov, dude.
Datsu.
The guy is absolutely freaking. He's gonna rock this. He's gonna people are talking about Montreal not making their playoffs next year because they don't have a second line center. Demidov goes off, man. 90 to 100 next year. And he's also one of the best defensive young forwards in the game. The guy's fucking sick, dude. I love Suzuki, but Demidov is going to be the best player on that team for a lot.
Caulfield, 50.
No. I'd take Demidov over Caulfield all day long. Yeah, he's a great goal scorer, but I'd take Demidov over Caulfield. I love that guy. I love that guy. They're waiting for Hayes to come. They're not going to blow all their assets on like Trocheck or something. That's a good move too. That's a good move.
I said this to you the other day. I am hopping on the Gavin McKenna, Easton Cowan bandwagon before the season. Just want people to know I'm on that bandwagon. Nylander, Tavares, and is it Cowan on the second line?
Yeah, I got Cowan on the second. The only thing is I'm not sure about Nyes on the right hand side, right wing. That's why I think maybe his name was out there a little bit, because he's not that great on the right side.
What is he?
And I do like Cowan. I just did a Toronto video, and I've been back and forth on McKenna. One thing I love about McKenna is not that he's not going to be good. I know he's going to be good. There's no doubt about that. I'm not saying that. But one thing I heard from every single scout, though, regardless if they're kind of low on him in some aspects or whatever, he's got a huge compete level. And to me, that will take him wherever he'll be good. That's what I finally came to really good. He'll be really good.
I watched him in college. He's a pass first, create more space for other people. He loves
Yeah.
to pass.
He
Assist.
slows down the pace. I heard that's what I read about him. He can dictate the game a lot. He can slow it down, draw people to him, all that kind of stuff. So
Awesome.
great for Matthews.
Yeah, great for that's what I was about to say. Matthews is gonna go 60.
Maybe. I hope he's as good as you're saying. I just heard so many.
McKenna's really good. Really, he's Panarin and Marner.
I mean,
that's who I would compare him to. Panarin and
when
Marner.
I saw some of the moves he was making, I'd even put him he does moves that I don't think I've seen Panarin do too often. His stick work when he dekes is freaking off the charts, man. He makes some, and he's bold. He does shit that you normally don't see players even try to do in college. Through his legs, grab it, bring it out to the front and shoot, stuff like that. That's Kane level stuff. So let's see. I hope he is what everybody says, for sure.
And they got
Bobrovsky.
Bobrovsky's in Toronto now. That's good.
Yeah. That's interesting. I know the one thing I know about Bobrovsky for sure is he is he is the most well-conditioned goalie in the league. That guy's like Crosby level as far as his physical conditioning is concerned. So I don't know if you want to. I think his age may not be a problem.
It's just the decor in front of him that worries me.
Yeah. I love McCabe, but I mean, he's been injured so often. And Tanev, I love McCabe. I think McCabe's absolutely great if he can play.
They block really 10 shots a game and just put their lives on the line.
Tanev and McCabe are one of the few defensemen that gets a lot of block shots and are really good defensively, oddly enough, 5-on-5. They do both at the same time, which isn't quite often. Guys that block a lot of shots do so because they're in their own zone all the time, so they have to. But those guys do both really well. It's just a question whether they're going to be able to hold up. McCabe's been injured a lot. Tanev just missed all year last year. He's 37. What do you think Radish is going to do?
Points or goals or overall?
Overall.
I think he's going to do really good on the power play with McKenna feeding him one-timers. Yeah, Radish, but 5-on-5. I need to see how he fits first.
Yeah, he's not getting Cooch passes yet. Cooch is another level. I mean, McKenna may reach that level. I've heard that he could be that. I don't know if he's going to be that right out of the box.
Cooch,
I think his point production will be down.
He's supposed to be the number one defenseman. I don't think that's his role. I don't think
number one right D.
Yeah. That's like Hedman, you know?
Yeah. I think his point production will be down. I think he'll be fine. I don't hate the contract. He worked his balls off to get to where he is, and he's really improved every single year. So I don't hate the contract like that. I just think if people are thinking he's going to get close to a point a game, they might be disappointed.
What's his
Riley? Contract? 8 point something per year.
Nemec and Minchikov are 7.5.
Yeah, and they haven't really proven anything. So Minchikov has proven a little more, but you're really going on projection there. I think it was a good. I don't hate the contract. I don't think he's gonna like fall off the map or anything like that. I think he'll be good. It's not bad. It's hard to get defensemen like that, especially right deep. So
If Darnell Nurse is like, what's his 11?
no, he's making 9.5,
Who's the other guy the Sharks paid? Truba.
8.5, 8 something or something. I can't remember what he got, but that was too much for what he is too. But I get it. I looked at it and I thought they didn't want to get guys that were gonna like not give Dickinson and stuff a chance to get that top spot. Because if they got like a true number one, Dickinson probably wouldn't want to sign long with them because he's going to want number one money. So I think I know what they were doing here. Great at it as number one on a number one role, but San Jose is really trying to teach their forwards how to play D2. They're not ready for prime time. San Jose is not a cup contender. Except the only thing I would say against Celebrini, it's just too fucking good. So good. Like, what kid going to be? 20 years old, 115 points in 82 games? I mean, he's getting 8.2 for 4 years for Trouba. It's high, but I mean, it's not. I don't think it's not a contract that's likely going to ruin him or anything like that. So this is what I brought up to people before. Do you think Celebrini will be or is better than McDavid?
He'll win a cup before McDavid.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll give you that.
He's better than McDavid.
Do you not right now? You think he's better than McDavid, or you think he will be better?
They're pretty damn close, but I'd give the edge to McDavid right now.
Yeah. But you agree with me that he will be better than McDavid?
Yeah, he will be.
Yeah.
He'll be the captain of Team Canada next Olympics.
I think he's. Yeah, I McDavid is amazing. Don't get me wrong.
They're the two best players on earth.
Yes, I agree. That guy does stuff that, and he's still got development. He's only 20 years old, man. 20 years old. Give that guy 3 years. Oh, it's going to be disgusting, man. Like, San Jose's definitely winning a cup. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. If you could bet San Jose to win a cup in the next 3 years, if there was you can't do it, but if you could.
They need to get a coach.
You don't like the coach? Why?
I don't know I like his offensive systems.
Yeah, he's working with a bunch of kids. Yeah, they haven't. Even Celebrini's defense hasn't really come out at all yet either.
I like their coach. He's not bad.
Yeah, I think he's slowly working that system in. It makes sense to let the kids go and get confident with their offense first before you start barraging them with defensive systems. That's why I think with Chicago has been difficult because that coach hasn't really done that. Blashill. Like, sometimes it's not a bad idea to just let the guy. It's hard to play in the NHL. It's hard to score in the NHL. Sometimes it's not a bad idea to not fill their heads with a bunch of X's and O's. Just keep it simple and let them go score and then say, okay, you guys confident now? All right, let's start working in. Because if we're going to win a cup, we can't keep on playing like this. That's where Montreal's at, too.
Montreal is plus 600 to win the Atlantic.
I wonder if St. Louis, I thought maybe last year it was going to start, but St. Louis got to start. They've got a man-on-man defensive system there. and they're not really getting it. Or at least I don't know how much he's pushing it, but he's got to start pushing it. Like, and then if he does, Montreal might struggle for a little bit adapting to that.
Dobish is unreal.
Dobish is great. Fowler is. I think Fowler is going to be amazing. Goaltending, they don't have a problem with. I think Dobish will eventually get traded.
Goaltending can hide bad defense.
Yeah, when Dobish sure did that.
Oh yeah. Well,
in the playoffs, Dobish did that for sure. I mean, but they've got the thing like you brought up Caulfield, although he didn't really hit it out of the park in the playoffs. When you got guys that can score at any time, you can win at any time, even if you're playing a bad game. Like you got a guy like Caulfield that can pick a corner from the fucking outside of the circle on against the boards almost. Like how many times has Caulfield turned around and just swung at the puck and hit the top corner? Like it's fucking insane. His shot is incredible. And when you got guys like that, you can win it. Like even if you're not having a good game, you know, you can win. Just
and they're about to get Marchenko.
if they get Marchenko, yeah. If they get Marchenko there, that is insane because his overall game is fantastic. Like, not just offense, everything.
600 right now before the Marchenko trade.
He plays.
He left wing.
So you could have Marchenko.
No, he plays right wing, I think. Because they're on the same side. Wingers can play both sides.
Not all. Some can, some can't. Like I don't think Nyes is very good on the right. That's why I'm a little worried about that. But some are better than others. Look at Panarin. He can't play right wing to save his life.
Really?
Yeah. You can't, no. If they did, Lafreniere would probably be better than he is now because they forced Lafreniere in his development. It was like really tough because Panarin play it or couldn't play it or whatever. I don't know, but and neither could Kreider. Let me see. I could have both sides, but I don't know which side he's better on than the other.
I don't know if NHL Daily Faceoff like is accurate.
I'm looking at Puckpedia. It's usually where it says straight LW for Marchenko. So I don't know if you want to keep Caulfield up there. Demidov, Suzuki, and Marchenko would be just ridiculous. That would be a ridiculous line, man. Holy crap. You got this, and then when Hayes gets there, I don't know however they want to do the lines. I just know that if you were to put together that line, Marchenko, Demidov, and Suzuki, that'd be one of the best lines in the league by a long shot. That'd be incredible. Suzuki's like Selke level D, can get 100 points. Marchenko's fantastic. Demidov's fantastic. They could shut you down and score all at the same time. Like there's not too many lines that'd be able to go up.
They would score against Barkov.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could. I don't care who. There's no line that's going to be able to. They might be able to slow them down, but I don't think there's that Reinhart Barkov. And if they Verhaeghe, but still Reinhart Barkov, if they have Verhaeghe up there, maybe it'll be Kachuk. Reinhart Barkov Kachuk versus Demidov, Suzuki, and freaking Marchenko. That would be insane, dude. What a great playoffs that would be. Oh my gosh. Watching that just two lines go up against each other. My gosh.
And Montreal would be like a plus 160 underdog to win that series.
Probably. Yeah, probably. I still got Florida winning the cup this year. I took them at plus.
Carolina back to back, baby. Carolina.
Could be.
It's bossy.
They're not going to have as much rest as they had last year. That's why I like Carolina last year. They're getting all that rest. Playing that man-on-man system with full rest.
Dude,
They're
they didn't really have that rough of a playoffs. They won 16
I never said they had a
games
rough
and
playoffs. I said that they had that rest. When they have rest, that man-on-man system is really hard to beat. Like, so hard to beat. But when they're tired, it breaks down. But they have rest.
Are the Washington Capitals plus 250? Is that good enough
I
for
got
you to
it at a
bet them
better
to win
price
the
than that. I took a shot at it.
to win the Metro?
Yeah. I took a shot, but it was a better price than that. At plus 250, I wouldn't bet it.
It's like plus
I think it was
275 right now.
375 or plus 400, I got it at.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That was before they made, because that was before they made every single trade. I can't remember which one.
Kairu, they got Kairu and who else?
Alex Tuck, Kairu.
That's a good pickup.
Ovi comes back, which he's going to play lower in the lineup. I like Liljegren. I think it was a good pickup. And I really liked, I couldn't believe when I saw it because I wasn't paying attention to it. Moving so slow. Protus, Wilson, like listen to the lineup. Ovechkin, Strome, Tuck, but good enough for the top line. They have Ovechkin up on the top. I don't know if he's going to play that. Maybe he will. Then Protus, Dubois, Wilson.
He will.
It's pretty sick. They're moving left side. Booner and Kairu. That's freaking killer third line, dude. And then Ilya and Villiers. I mean, that's got to be one of, if not the deepest forward groups in the NHL. And Desjardins was who I was talking about. I did not realize how good of a year he had in San Jose last year. It's crazy good. Nice pickup.
Cole Hudson's the best player on the Capitals.
Wow, and I wouldn't say yet he is. He's going to be really good, but I mean, I think the best right now. But I mean, they got a pretty solid D. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to betting them to win the cup, honestly. That's just such a thick lineup, man. Every line
They don't have that speed. You know that they're not the quickest team. Like puck movement. Like I'm gonna beat you to that puck in the corner. Like Tom Wilson, he'll beat you to the puck in the corner.
Ryan Leonard will. But besides that, I get what you mean now.
Like Jordan
Kyrie's underrated 3 weeks on. He's really good. But yeah, they're not the quickest team in the world. But when every team can beat you, every line can, they can outplay a lot of lines. It's hard to match up against that team. Then, of course, they have Logan Tom to go with it, too. Solid lineup. I had this crazy take that Sheldon Keefe gets fired around the 20 game mark, and Knobloch takes him to the Knobloch gets hired and takes New Jersey to a wild card spot.
New Jersey got a really good GM.
Yeah, absolutely. Nada is pretty huge. Pretty huge. Did a lot for
They
Florida
re-signed. They re-signed Heischer.
Yep, 12 million or something like that, and then they got Mantha, which was kind of odd, but they need goal scoring there. Mantha got 30 last year. Didn't they sign him to a 2-year deal? I don't think they're. Yeah, I don't think they're cup contenders by any stretch, but. I have to turn this off for a second.
They don't have enough depth. Connor Brown and Cody Glass. They need Evan Rodriguez should be higher in the lineup.
I love Rodriguez. That was a great pickup. And of course, he knows him from Florida, right? I think they got better depth than they did last year. But that's Columbus's defense is better than I thought. Like their actual defensemen, they're actually really good. Provorov had a crazy year last year, like probably the best year of his career. Werenski, that Matejchuk kid, he's come around really well.
Werenski, just like Dylan Larkin, didn't he want to leave?
Well, he said that he was willing. He was smart. He said he was willing to play out his contract, and that yet he still gave two teams he wanted to be traded. His preferred teams, Toronto and Tampa, which was really smart because he has a 10-team no trade clause next year. So basically, Columbus is going to probably play it out. And then with this 10-team no trade clause, again, we go back to the whole no trade clause thing. Everybody knows where he's going. He's going to Toronto or Tampa Bay when he's a free agent. So you're picking him up as a rental again. Go-Go's ask if Columbus Blue Jackets make the playoffs. It's going to be kind of where they are right now, I think.
They're in the Metro?
Yeah. It's tough, man. I think it's Carolina. Like I don't want to say Pittsburgh isn't going to make it. I don't want to say it. Like
I think they could be better than the Flyers. I think they could be better than the Flyers.
No, I don't think so.
Rick Tocchet?
I think Michkov is going to go off this year. He's coming into camp totally in shape this year. Like he's gone hard. He made a mistake last year.
Yeah. The Flyers have a lot of good young players. Martone,
yeah. Forster. They got a strong lineup.
But I just don't like their system. I don't like their system.
Yeah, it wins games though. Tight defensive hockey. That's the way it does win games.
You need to let Michkov off the leash. Let him go make mistakes. It's the regular.
You just got to play him on the top line, and he will be playing on the top line.
Martone is top line.
I think Konechny, Martone's going to be on that right side too. So you got Michkov and Martone on the right hand side. I think Konechny they're gonna have a talk with Konechny somewhere down the road here. He's got a no movement clause, but I think his time in Philadelphia is eventually they're going to have a talk with him because it's going to become increasingly obvious that Martone and Michkov are better than he is. And I don't think he plays well on the left side. They need a center real bad. Still, obviously, you give Carlson $18 million. I think I forgot to send this off to Biringer.
Dude, what are are you using AI to make pictures?
I'm not. Larry does that. Larry does that.
It's not Rico?
No, Larry does all that AI stuff. It's funny, eh?
Yeah.
It's hilarious, man.
Like, what is this?
Hymes body lube. The first time he sent me that, I was on the floor, man.
Dude, the Los Angeles Kings are not minus 190 worthy to make the playoffs. No.
What? Who?
The LA Kings are minus 190 to make the playoffs?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I love Laviolette, but
He's the coach?
yeah. The only reason why I'm like, it's a weak division. You know,
Well,
the
Ducks aren't weak. Sharks
who-
aren't weak.
Canucks are not weak, did you say?
No, the Ducks.
Oh, the Ducks. Yeah, well, I mean, they're going to be weaker, maybe. Their defense does not look good. Their defense does not look good, man. They got a
What's
bunch
their
of kids
defense?
there. Hellison on the top right, and Hellison,
Drew
Mintyukov,
Ellison.
and what they got, Hins. They got a really young,
Heinz ketchup.
Hines, or whatever his name is. Like, it's pretty green. Now,
Yeah,
that being
but
said, they didn't play good defensively last year either. They can outscore you, so you know they can. They've got plenty of scoring power there. As long as you got Goche and Carlson and Seneca and guys like that, you can outscore a team. But I think they will likely make the playoffs for sure. I would take them over LA. I agree with you.
they're going to be a wild card team, and I don't think I would pick Utah to make playoffs before
Oh
LA.
yeah, definitely Utah. Utah's making it. So like, look at that: Utah, Colorado, Minnesota, Colorado.
Dallas, Oilers. Like, there's not
I'm
much
not sure
room.
about Dallas. Utah. I'll take Utah. Utah for sure. I think Utah is ahead of Dallas. Dallas is down there in the middle fighting with LA and teams like that. And like I said, if Dallas starts getting in their head, they realize that they don't have it this year. They got a first this year. I could see them saying, screw it, we'll try again next year. I could see it happening. In which case, you got San Jose. I think San Jose, as long as you've got Celebrini and, those Smith should be better.
Ivar Stenberg, you see that
He
kid?
is this year.
He's
I'm assuming
good.
he is good, but is he like I don't know? Is he ready
I've
to
seen him at the
be?
World Juniors. I saw him in person. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, he is really good. No doubt about that. I mean, you're playing a full NHL season though. It's a little different. I know
He
he
already
played against
played
them.
pro hockey in the
It's different
SHL.
than Sweden though, man. It's a totally different thing.
Sweden is totally different.
You're
It's
getting your ass
bigger
kicked a lot
ice,
more in the
less
NHL.
physical, but
Yes.
they learn the game. They learn how to actually
Yeah,
play
I
defense.
agree. It is a benefit to play against men, no matter what, even if you're in Sweden, for sure.
High level.
No doubt about it. But I'm always wary about players how it's gonna like are they gonna be able to hold up through a whole NHL season? And if he is, I mean, he's definitely got the skill, he's got the brains, he's got everything like that. So that could be. I know one thing: there's gonna be a lot of overs this year.
That
Anaheim, Anaheim's
yeah,
going to be an over team. Edmonton's going to be an over team. Then San Jose is going to be an over team. Like out in the West, there's tons of over teams.
the Oilers.
Oilers, yeah, Oilers for sure.
Oh God.
I know my friends that are Oilers, all the Oiler fans on my Twitter because I lived in Edmonton. I've got a lot of Oilers fans, and they're all like pumped about this goaltending. Pumped.
Hell yeah, he won a
How can you
Stanley
be
Cup,
pumped?
baby.
Anderson hasn't seen high volume shots in a long time. I don't know what he's going to do. That
No, he's
Jari
gonna get
sucks.
injured.
Ass.
He's gonna get injured.
And then you got what's his name from Buffalo there? That kid, not even a kid.
Levi.
Levi. Okay. I mean, I don't know.
He'll be number one by the end of the season.
I hope you're right. I mean, that could be a good thing or a bad thing.
He's going to be forced to be.
That's what I mean. Is he going to be a good number one, or is he just going to be better than the other goaltenders? It's really hard to say. I don't think they're like, to me, the only thing that really separates him from last year is Dickinson having a full, and Dickinson's injury prone. So Chicago to make the playoffs, no, not doing it.
That would be a long shot.
Yeah.
But I do think they're better than they are last year. Depth wise.
Yeah, I do. I think they get a lot of shit for that Byron contract, but I think that had a lot more to do with the fact of signing Bedard than anything. Although, I mean, he finally had a year where it looked like he was making a good progression last year in Buffalo, and the guy's got skill. There's never been a problem with Byron's skill. He's got tons of offensive skill in every way. It's just his head to where to be on the ice in a lot of situations and stuff like that. And he sort of started doing that last year. So if he keeps on doing that, it'll be fine. However, he's going to be kind of on an island there next year with Chicago. It's not going to, he's not in Buffalo anymore. He doesn't have like Darlene's around him.
Own power.
Yeah, power and the forwards, like those kids are all learning. So you never know when you have a young team like that where it all just connects and they all pop. But if you're asking me, I would be very surprised if they're even close to the playoffs next
Do
year.
you want to know who I think needs to just blow it the fuck up?
You're going to say Winnipeg for sure.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Get rid of let them go. Shifley, Connor, and Hellebuck. Like nobody wants to go there. Blow it
You
up.
just can't say they can't do it though. You know what I mean when you say who's going to blow it up. I say what's the first franchise out of the NHL? It's the Winnipeg Jets.
They're not. Oh yeah, I would totally move them out of Winnipeg.
They're not going to make.
Move them to like somewhere cooler.
Houston, but that's an expansion team.
Toronto, 2 NHL teams.
But the only thing is Winnipeg's owner might be the wealthiest owner in the NHL.
Actually,
Yeah. He's definitely the wealthiest. He's the wealthiest person in Canada. He is stinking rich. Like, he's wealthier than Kate Katz, who owns London Drugs. Like, this guy is freaking loaded, man. So that's one thing that keeps him there. But
their number 8th overall draft pick, Vigo
Bjork
Bjork.
looks like a good one.
It's a good pick.
That's what
That's the
Buffalo,
only thing that I like about
Buffalo wanted them to flip 8 to 4th. They wanted the 4th overall, and Buffalo wanted them to give them the 8th and Hollebuck, and they wouldn't do it. And I know why, because Bjork was their pick even at 4. They were picking Bjork if they were 4 or 8 or whatever. One of the reasons is Bjork actually is from Sweden and he's used to really cold weather. I think he was just happy to go there. So that, and when they're doing all those interviews with all the players, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of players that are kind of looking around going, yeah, okay, dude, please don't draft me.
Don't draft me, Seattle. Don't draft me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's the
Yeah, I
problem.
smoke weed every day, Seattle.
I'm not much for working out. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a bad
Yeah,
teammate.
exactly. Yeah. I'm all I care about is making 12, at least 12 after my 3rd year. No.
You couldn't pay me $15 million to play there.
That's the problem, is they can't even draft players. Like, I'm pretty sure
They
that
drafted
happens in the draft.
Chase Reed, dude. I can't believe Chase Reed fell to number 7.
I've heard lots of attitude stuff with him.
He's legit though. He reminds me of like a Shea Theodore.
That's what they
on the blue
say.
line.
I don't know. The reason why he fell was the same reason Wright fell.
And
A lot of
Verhoff.
that.
What a pick by the Sharks.
Yeah.
Verhoff.
Yeah, Verhoff is a good
Good.
pick. Yeah, definitely.
Chase Reed, I had him going like, why didn't the Rangers or the Sabres draft him? Or the Flames?
You just mentioned something, though, about one of the things now that's entered into drafting players is teams are profiling if players are going to be kind of humble when it comes to money things. They're really asking questions to see if they are going to be willing to take less to play for you. And it sounds like Chase Reed was like, nah, dude, I want the bag.
Yeah, I'm going to get 50 assists.
Yeah.
Like,
so, but I mean,
20 goals.
look at teams like Carolina have found players that are willing to take less to play, right? So it is of high value to find players that are willing to do that. Chase Reed kind of gave off an air that he wasn't willing to do that. And I think that's kind of why he dropped. And Seattle's like, oh, we just need a star. They need a star on that team. Like, they need star power.
They need a lot.
They need star power on that team. So Chase Reed is going to be like as good as I've heard he's going to be. Like, I heard, like, skill-wise, best defenseman in the
He's big too, and he's mobile.
Yeah.
I would have picked him at 4 if I'm Buffalo. He would have fit you really good.
Yeah, you remember it's Buffalo, and if he does kind of have an attitude, he might have been like, I don't want to go to Buffalo.
Dude, did he watch the playoffs? I would want to play in Buffalo. You kidding me?
Well, it's not just about the players. It's the city and everything that goes with it too.
Live in LA in the off season, dude.
Yeah, I know.
And they're on the road so much.
But again, I'm not gonna. Kekalainen is like really.
Is Sault Ste. Marie?
Kekalainen is a pretty brilliant scout, so I'm really not gonna.
Dude, he's going from where? I don't know I've never been to Sault Ste. Marie.
Sault Ste. Marie.
He lived there. Yeah, that's where he played in the OHL.
No, you can't choose where you play in the OHL.
You can't choose where you play. Come on, Buffalo.
You can lean. You can give, like we just said. You can make people think. You can tell them you don't want to go to Winnipeg.
Joke's on him. He's on a terrible team.
If
But he'll
he's a
get a lot
guy
of
that's
ice time.
looking like he's going to take top dollar, there's a lot of teams that like, what about what was it? Daxton Rudolph, right? The Buffalo took.
Yeah,
Rudolph?
some WHL guy.
I heard a lot of great things about him too, and maybe they figure that if he sounds like a kid that's kind of humble in the salary department, you get another player out of the deal, kind of in a way.
Why the hell didn't New York draft him? Albert Schmitz? I've never even seen this guy.
Oh no, I love Schmitz. I love him. He's not going to be the biggest offensive guy in the world, but wait a second. I'm going to talk about prospects.
Want to know my favorite prospect that got drafted?
I could probably take a guess. Not McKenna.
No. Well, that's an easy. This is under the radar one.
Like, how high did they go? Like, don't tell me the number, but above 15 or below 15?
Above.
Above 15.
Or, like, what do you mean? Like
above 15.
He's under 15, the number.
Under the 15th pick? Below the 15th pick?
Stud. Just a stud.
Klepoff?
Wyatt
Cullen. Oh, yeah, I should have thought about that. Wyatt Cullen.
Dude, I coached against this kid, bro. You couldn't get the puck off him. He had like 200 points in 80 games in Minnesota. He's so good. I would have taken him. Under the radar pick is Wyatt Cullen. He won't play there next year, though. He's going to the University of Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a lot of buzz about him being an under radar pick before they picked him for sure. I wish, like, before I was capping, I used to watch a lot of junior and stuff, and I used to really do well at picking who was going to be good.
All the junior players go to college now because you get paid in college too now. Like, you can make like $200,000 a year in college if you're like Gavin McKenna. He made like $200K.
With yeah, I know. Junior's going to be like not even a thing.
It's like AAA hockey. It's like the stepping stones.
It's going to be like the ECHL of prospect unless they do something about it soon. It's kind of sad.
I mean, there is a benefit though to playing till you're like 21, and then you go off to college. Like, there's late bloomers all the time. Who's the latest late bloomer that we found?
Wow, Radish. I mean, but
Radish. That's a good one.
Especially defensemen. There's late bloomers all the time.
Like,
what was that one guy? That one kid Philadelphia drafted. He didn't start playing till he was 13 years old.
That's crazy.
Late bloomers. Oh, your guy in Boston there. Geeky. Geeky was a late bloomer.
Yeah, Morgan Geeky.
Morgan Geeky was a late bloomer.
Totally. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. If you don't give up on your prospects, you never know. They can develop. Yeah, they develop late or whatever.
Was Shea Theodore late?
Just trying to think of some other guys. You know what? It didn't stand out, but he might have been. Most late bloomers don't end up being like guys that can score 30, 40 goals. They just make the NHL late, and then they do okay. But I'm trying to think of some other guys that kind of popped late.
Taylor Hall. I don't know.
He didn't pop late. He was good right off the top.
Well, lately he did. Like
Well, he
really
just
recently.
turned into a different. I don't know how to explain it. Like he kind of dipped after New Jersey, just sort of like something. And then in Carolina, he got his mojo back a bit, or a lot. Lawson Krause, he
Yeah.
popped up pretty good, and they always said he was going to be that though.
Nobody from the Wild. Trying to think.
I'd have to go through like every team, trying to remember who were guys that kind of struggled early, and then just you know what? Even though he was a top pick, Dylan Strome struggled for a while.
Yeah, he got traded, right?
Yeah, he went from Arizona to where did he go? Toronto, Chicago, Arizona to Chicago. Yeah, Arizona, and then like he went. Yeah, he didn't really hit his stride till he hit Chicago. He had 51 points, and then he died. He had one good season when he first went to Chicago. Then he dipped to 38, 740, couldn't stay healthy, didn't play a lot of games, and then came back and
Dude,
improved like every single.
there's goalies. Spencer Knight.
Yeah, he went to get some help there mentally too. So, and then came back and played right
Connor
away. I guess
Hellebuck, wasn't he a late?
he had a hard
He
time
was a
with the
late bloomer.
pressure. The pressure. But there's a lot of goaltenders. Forsberg had the best year of his career last year for LA. He was freaking.
Anton?
Yeah, he had his best year last year at 30 years old. There's a lot of goaltenders that, I mean, quite often goaltenders take a while to hit their stride. Didn't Allmark like take a few years in Buffalo before he got going?
He wasn't like the worst goalie in Buffalo, like in the league.
Yeah.
He was average. Now Swayman, he stayed in college a little bit.
Well, if he can put it together again, you could say that about Bussy.
Yeah,
Bussy
100%.
Bussy's Bussy's older, right?
28, 27.
Yeah. Is he that old? I didn't even realize he was that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a
Oh, there
year
you
older
go.
than me.
He's way late bloomer.
He worked at Chipotle. And he was 21 years old working at Chipotle.
Really? I
Yeah,
I did not know that.
he's dope.
Where's my guy?
Do you know who? Do you know who I don't think?
What's the time in New Jersey right now? Isn't that Eastern
9:15.
time? New Jersey's Eastern time, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 8 where I am. Dude, you know who I think didn't turn out to be good?
Who?
Ilya Mikheyev.
Mikheyev? I mean, what, you thought he would be better? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, with his speed, he should be scoring a
He
lot
had a
more
really
consistently.
good year defensively, yeah, but he's not like he has a hard time getting into the areas where he needs to get to. But he's a smart
He's
guy.
31.
Yeah,
He's
I know.
31.
He's kind of a late bloomer. And he still hasn't he never
I
became
expected more.
a lot. Yeah, I guess you could say that he played under his I'm just gonna see. I might have made a mistake.
Dude, that's crazy. He's older than Jack Roslovic. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that was a weird pickup by.
Yeah, and Mason Marshman's 31 years old too. That he does not seem like he's 31.
It's a town in New Jersey. New Jersey. It's just New Jersey. How come New Jersey doesn't pop up here?
New Jersey, it's 9:17.
Okay. He's supposed to come on at 9. I wonder if he forgot. Send him the link.
Do you know who's going to be an all-star next season?
Who's that?
Nick Robertson.
You think? I think his offense will get better in that, but I don't know.
It's just he leaves the Leafs and he's going to turn into an
Yeah.
all-star. It's just how it goes.
Yeah. They were trying to get his brother. They were trying. I think that was part of it. Roslovic, one of the reasons I think Toronto got Roslovic is he is really, really, really good friends with Matthews, for one, and Werenski. Big time friends with Werenski. And of course, they got to sign
Werenski would
Matthews too.
Werenski and Toronto would be sick.
Yeah, that would change everything right there. That would be a game changer for sure if they got Werenski. Team guy, I think is going to pop next year. Well, I think Eklund's going to do good
And
at Ottawa.
yeah, he's really good.
I think he's going to do well in Ottawa. I think that was a good pickup.
Who do I think is going to pop? Um, this one's for Real Deal Prime. Olin Zellweger. I can't hear you.
Oh no,
What did you just say? I heard you.
how's that?
Yeah, I can hear
Oh,
you.
okay, good. I don't know what they're doing there. I think Zellweger could be better than Mintyukov. I think the problem there was they chose Mintyukov. Lacombe is a beast. He was just kind of buried, but I don't know. I think he's going to move up that lineup in Buffalo.
He fits
I
their
think
system
I think
really good.
he could be better than Power.
Power's not really like a points guy. Zellweger's is a jump up and get the rush going.
I think he's got. I think his overall game has upside, not just his offense. I think his overall game. He seems like a smart guy. I think
It's
that could
tough
be
as
like.
hell.
Telling you, man, this I've been ever since they got him. When they got him, I say, watch out with Kekalainen. That guy is one smart dude. Have you heard him do interviews, man? Kekalainen should check it out. Like he commands respect. That guy. When he talks, you want to say yes, sir. He's, like you want to. You literally want to say that. He's very direct and like he owns the room. He doesn't do a lot of interviews either.
Yeah, what does the Buffalo lineup look like now? Because there's no talk. Who'd they replace
Yeah,
talk?
they're going to be relying on big bumps from that kid that played well in the playoff. How come he's not coming to me?
Yuri Kulich, Zach
Finnish
Benson,
kid.
Josh Norris.
Helenus.
Yes, dude, that kid's a stud.
They're going to need to see. I mean, he played well in the playoffs. I like his overall game, too. He's probably not going to be like a guy, but his overall game really good. Helenus, they got him in the third line center position. He'll go over McLeod. I don't know if it'll be next year. Might be. He looked really good in the playoffs. But Olin Zellweger, yeah. That they did that great moves on that Louis Crevier kid. They got a guy, not kid, he's 25. They got from Chicago. He's way underrated. He's really good. 6'8", 227 too.
Dude, they got a bunch of freaking trees on their team.
Trees
Logan
up,
Stanley,
yeah, yeah. Samuelson
Age,
is 6'4", Darlene 6'3". They're not overly physical though. Like Timmins isn't overly physical, but they are big. Power isn't either.
dude, Darlene is physical. He's
Yeah,
underrated.
Darlene is. Darlene is, yeah.
Dude, they're
Samuelson,
pretty
no.
deep, man. Buffalo's deep. They got a good forward core.
As long as Hellenius and Oslin pop like pretty good, I
And
think they're
Josh Norris stays healthy. That's who I would put on the first line is Josh Norris.
they have them on the first line right now.
They have Yuri Cool. This is what I'm saying.
Hey,
NHL Daily
Kulik,
Fantasy. Kulik's on the first line. Like, what the heck?
I don't. They want. They're gonna have to see because he was out for a whole year, right? He
Yeah.
was looking like he was going to be really good, and then he was out with some ear infection or something. It was crazy, like weird thing. Oh, a blood clot.
Jeez.
It was an ear infection that turned into a blood clot.
That does not
Oh,
sound fun.
I can't wait any longer, dude. I gotta go. I gotta go to the wash.
Buffalo at minus 125 to make the playoffs is a good bet. Damn, Buffalo won the Atlantic last year. That's crazy. Yeah, Zelger's good at defense. He's hard to get around because he's so quick. He uses his speed good. He's a good skater. He's not the biggest dude, but he's feisty.
Yeah, I don't know. They're going to rue the day that they traded Zellweger. I said the same thing about New York Rangers when they traded your guy in Carolina there. How come his names aren't coming to me today?
Keandre Miller.
Miller, yeah.
He's
I
good.
said they're going to rue. They're going to rue the day they traded Keandre Miller. I was like, that is ridiculous. For Morrow, whatever, that was brutal. I don't know what they were doing there.
Dude, did you see what
I kind of wonder if Miller himself said he wanted to leave or something. I don't
he
know.
did?
Behind the scenes?
Dude, did you see what they would say on Twitter, the Rangers fans? Miller's a cone. Get this guy the hell out of here.
Oh, that was ridiculous. Like that team was so toxic at that point. Like, and the kid, he was just trying to develop. Like, it was a terrible spot for a young player to be in. It was brutal. I was like, dude, that guy's got everything you want in a top forward defenseman. Everything. I love
Him
that
and
guy.
Walker were so good.
Yeah, Olin Zellweger had a bump. He hasn't played against high competition, but he's not going to do in Buffalo. Like, I think that they made.
I would if you want to put two defense on the power play.
I honestly think he's going to take power spot.
That would be a good D pair.
I mean, Owen Power is good. Don't get me wrong, but they're about the same age too. Like that, a lineup is stacked as far as it is. You're right. Like they're making the playoffs for sure.
They're minus 125 to make the playoffs.
He is a small guy, Zellweger. Yeah, Gogo said.
Dude, the Atlantic is so freaking stacked, though.
It's tough. I say Toronto doesn't make it again. I think it's too strong.
Dude,
I
the
mean,
Wild.
I don't see Tampa Bay falling off that bad.
I don't see Boston.
One of these years soon, things are going to fall apart for the Lightning. It could be next year. Could be.
It could be when John Cooper leaves.
Like, Point has really declined bad, and
he had a bad year. That's it. Just one bad year.
No, it wasn't just one bad year. I predicted he was going to keep on declining because he was no longer expected to play defense anymore for the last 2 years. So after that injury, that injury really affected him, and it hasn't gotten better. I don't know if he's going to rebound or what. But
when did he get injured?
But they have one of the best shutdown lines that can score in the league in Hagel, if they play them together.
Hagel's a late bloomer.
Gunsel and Sorelli.
I mean, Hagel's a late bloomer, dude.
Hagel's a late bloomer. There was a good one. Yeah. Like one of these years is like not long from now, like not one of these years down the road, and it could be next year. I'm just waiting for the anvil to drop. Last year,
Vazzy's too good.
He is really good. That's part of the problem. That's, well, not part of the problem, but one of the reasons why they're just going to still be there. But it's just that one. They're building
They
on
got
that
good culture.
one line, and then got Gates. This, he's really defensively. He's a good shutdown guy. Not a huge offensive guy, but they've stuck with him, and they stick with these guys. Gord is still really
They have
good,
good
but he's
culture.
34. They got a great culture, and Pontus Holmberg is a really good shutdown guy on the fourth line. Yeah, they're not missing next year. They're not missing next year. I couldn't believe what Jerome, what Moser turned into. I couldn't believe what Moser turned into. I never thought in a million years he'd be as good as he is. Like, that's one of the best development teams in the league, no doubt about it. Plus, they got John Carlson. Yeah, they're making it for sure. There's no doubt about it. They're making
it. So Montreal's making it. Tampa's making it. Buffalo's making it. Florida should.
And I think Florida is definitely making it. So that leaves like Ottawa, Toronto. They're definitely going to make it. Florida's definitely making it. No doubt about it.
Dude, they don't have any goalies. They don't have any goalies.
I trust their goaltending. I trust their goaltending coaches on their decision for that. And their defense from their forward group is plenty good enough. It's kind of like
forwards aren't the problem. It's that defense that just gets whacked. Like Gustav Forsling was like, I've never seen him play.
He is good, man. He's really good. Ekblad is overrated, but he's still not bad especially for a right D. He's still pretty good.
There's professional golfers that are holding up traffic cones in the suites saying Ekblad's a cone. Brooks Koepka, remember that?
Is just good. There's that defense is good. Oh, Brooks Koepka, yeah. I don't know. I'm going to trust their goaltending coaches for Markstrom. I know that. I mean, obviously, Matthew Tkachuk probably had a say in Markstrom too.
Paul Maurice is a psychopath.
I think they're definitely made it. So it's Paul Maurice is.
So Boston's not making it.
Boston's done.
He's a psycho.
Yeah, I already did a video on Boston. They had to try too hard to make the playoffs last year. I can't see them doing it 2 years in a row.
They only have two good guys, Pasta and Geeky. And McAvoy. And Swayman.
And I mean, what's his name had a pretty good Peterka. Peterka had a pretty good year last year.
Peterka, yeah.
Yeah, he took a good better than Arvidsson was.
Ottawa, they're a bubble team.
Atlantic the East is going to be tough.
The Metro, nah. The Metro.
Who's going to be the wild card is the big thing. Is Pittsburgh going to be able to do it again? I don't know. I don't think so. I think Washington is definitely going to go.
Metro.
I think Washington is definitely going to make it. Detroit's going to be like bottom of the league.
The Islanders don't even get me started on that team.
No, Islanders are done.
I feel bad for that one defenseman, Schaefer.
Oh, yeah.
He was so good anywhere else.
Yeah,
he's like Quinn Hughes on the Canucks. It's literally Schaefer.
Yeah, I just can't see Toronto making it. New York Rangers got a better defense this year, but I mean, the thing is there's so many teams in the East that got better this year.
Carolina didn't. We actually got worse because Seth Jarvis is going to be out.
Yeah, that's going to suck, but I still think they're good enough to have no problems making it in. Another reason why I took Washington at the plus 400. But I think Pittsburgh, and maybe you're right about Philadelphia, they are pretty green. I mean, when you got teams like Washington riding your ass, I think Ottawa is still going to be very good because if it wasn't for Allmark having his personal issues last year, they would have been way higher in the standings.
Yeah, those rumors were fucking insane. I've never heard anything like that.
Yeah. And I don't know how much validity there was to all of that. I don't know. Wild take Tampa Bay.
He's saying Tampa's better than Florida. It's a wild take, which is not really that wild.
Well, wild take. Oh, okay.
They're rival.
No. No.
Definitely.
I am gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to see Markstrom play better
Vazzy.
than Jersey. But that being said, I mean, he was playing in front of a Sheldon Keefe led team, and that team played nervous as fuck. I couldn't believe it.
Markstrom
I
played good for Sweden in the Olympics.
Yeah, I think he's gonna. I think that I trust Florida's goalie coaches, although Tarasov didn't really get much better. But I mean, that was really bad. Whatever they thought they could do with Tarasov certainly didn't work. No, I think he forgot.
Shout out Rico.
Is Rico here?
Shout out Dre. My boys back in last season. Remember me, Dre, and you?
Yeah. Yeah, Dre, I haven't even. I've reached out to him once. Like, I talked to him a little bit, but like, that guy just totally checks out in the summer.
Yeah.
Talked to Rico quite a bit, but I haven't. I talked to JD a lot because he's always slamming me for my takes all the time.
Yeah. I met JD in person.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah,
He's sick.
you bet.
He's super cool.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
He's
Love JD.
he's like he hooked me up in Vegas. He's like, put him on my room so we can come to the Circus Swim. I'm like, that's really cool.
Oh, I know. JD is freaking awesome. Man. He's a great dude.
Insider.
It's always
Is he an NHL insider? I would consider it.
he's got a lot of inside stuff. I know. He's got a lot of inside stuff. And then I'll say stuff, and he'll say, "Well, what if I told you I had an insider that blah blah blah?" And I say, I still don't think so.
Not what I heard.
And he gets mad at me. I'm like, I mean, if you're a reporter, sometimes insiders are told to say stuff. Like what's going on in Detroit. You know, it depends on where they're getting what they're where they're getting information and what they're meant to get out of it and all that kind of stuff like that. That's why Friedman does so well, is he stays away from all of that. Elliot, yeah, he stays away from that information you could get that is somebody telling you for purpose to make something look like something. he doesn't throw that out there. He usually only thing he worries about is things that are going to definitely happen. He's able to figure it out what those things are going to be. He does really good. Best insider for sure.
Did
Russell?
Yeah, Russell D-backs. They lost today.
Oh yeah, I'm not a CFL guy. I'm not an any
MLB.
other sport guy. I was an ML. I am an MLB. I didn't even do that this year. I don't even have ESPN this year. I have nothing. No sports channels whatsoever. And good thing, because the Jays sucked this year. So. I'm putting Ottawa in, man. So I think Toronto doesn't make it.
I have a did Elliot Friedman play hockey?
I don't know. I don't think Sonny Maida played hockey. Not in like any higher level, anyway.
Eric Tolsky never played hockey.
Yeah, there's another analytics guy.
Yeah. Who's that coach that coached the St. Louis Blues? He never played hockey. Hitchcock?
The coaches now?
No, he used to. Ken Hitchcock? He had white hair, bigger dude.
Oh, he never. Yeah, he probably didn't play high level.
No, he didn't even like play hockey ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. John Cooper never played hockey.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he hasn't played in any high level for you.
Did John Cooper play? John Cooper didn't.
I don't think so. Not at a high level, anyways.
Ian Cameron sounds like he plays hockey, but he doesn't.
Yeah, Ian Cameron.
Yeah, him and Alex, I'd be like, they play hockey, 100%.
Alex did. Alex, I think, played more than Ian did, but when it comes to handicapping, you don't really. It is a benefit to have played the game, but it's not.
No, just the way they talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played up until junior B, and you played college, right?
Oh yeah. I coached.
Cooper played lacrosse.
Yeah, he never played hockey.
Yeah, no, he didn't play. It doesn't. He didn't. If he did, it was like when he was a kid or whatever.
All right, here's a random thing. Who do the Leafs play in their first game?
Montreal.
I'm betting Gavin McKenna to score 4 goals, like Matthews.
Oh,
like Matthews did.
I'm betting on the over in that game.
Yeah,
for sure. And I'll take Montreal. Probably be plus money. I'm taking Montreal.
No, they'll be a favorite.
Let's see. Maybe they will.
Is it at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, if Montreal was an underdog that game, I'd hammer them.
The only thing is you have the coach bump for Toronto.
Who's their coach?
Killer.
Oh, God. Oh,
I know. It's a new coach. He's like a heavy, you know what? I've shit on that guy, and I looked at what he did in LA, and I started to wonder if he kind of knew what he was doing, actually. And really, it was just more of a roster issue.
Bro. It's minus 110, Montreal.
Yeah, I'll take
and
Montreal.
The over 6.5.
And that's Montreal is on the road or
at home? No, they're on the road.
Yeah,
they're on the road.
Okay.
It's in Toronto.
I already bet Edmonton, Vancouver over 6.5.
What'd you get? Price?
Minus 110. It's still minus 110. That's an over all day. Edmonton with whoever they put in goal, they've never played behind them before. It doesn't matter if it's Anderson or whoever. I don't even mind Canucks team total over in that game, and they probably don't even have that much scoring. But and then whatever system that Babcock is going to do is not going to be in effect there. They got to figure out what they're doing, so they'll end up probably playing pond hockey to win the game.
Dude, I could see the Canucks winning that game.
I could.
Good. Dude, they
Plus
lost to Calgary.
195. I would take the
Dude,
Canucks.
they
Yeah.
lost. Yeah, Calgary beat Edmonton in their home opener.
They both have a new coach bump, but I would like Vancouver kind of gives me a feeling like they're gonna want to win early, right? Because like they're gonna hear all the negativity and they're gonna fucking come balls out in this game. I wouldn't doubt if Vancouver won the game. I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't bet Edmonton at minus 260.
Oh, you got 260 and DK it's 238.
Dang.
Boston versus the Rangers.
Pass.
I'm going
Under.
to take a shot at the Rangers on that one.
Under.
A plus 114.
Dude, Boston at home, though, is good.
On DK, you get minus 105 for Montreal. Slight underdog.
Yeah.
Carolina, Florida. Fuck. I don't know what to do with that. Draw, maybe?
Yeah. It's going to be a physical-ass hockey game.
I probably don't touch that.
That game's going to, yeah.
I would lean Carolina just because they're so crazy at home.
Flip a coin.
They're faster than Florida. I would lean Carolina.
And they're raising the banner.
Vegas, Chicago.
Over.
Vegas will win, but minus 250.
I don't know. Dude, Vegas, they lost to LA Kings in their home, right?
Vegas has got the coach bump.
Who's their new coach? The AHL dude.
Yeah.
I need to see his systems.
Philly, Pittsburgh.
That's revenge.
I would probably take Philly. Oh, yeah, it's a revenge game. Yeah, that's right. But home opener for Philly, probably over. It's a 5.5. I'd take the over. Even though you don't want to really like taking overs with Philadelphia. But yeah, I know. Even though you don't really like taking overs with Philadelphia, Pittsburgh is a flat out over team.
Yes.
So,
dude.
So I would.
Pittsburgh's not bad, dude. Pittsburgh's not bad. Skinner.
Skinner's not there anymore.
He's not what?
Winnipeg.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
They got Marushkov and Shilovs.
Shilovs isn't bad.
Yeah. I think that'll be an over game, especially the first period. Look at we're already doing this, eh? What the fuck? Colorado LA revenge game.
Nah.
Colorado at home.
They're going to LA them in the season.
I would play the over there too.
You love the overs.
I love the over in that one. Colorado LA. Coach bump. They're going to play hard, fast. Laviolette wants that. Colorado's going to have to. Yeah, that's an over. 5.5. Bet that now. That might be the bet of the night right there. And then what was that? That's Wednesday though. Thursday, yeah. I'm getting my juices flowing here.
Dude, what team didn't we talk about? The Calgary Flames. What did they do in the offseason?
Nothing. They got rid of a whole bunch of guys.
Zach Whitecloud and Simo. Their defense isn't bad. They got 3 good defensemen. They added Middleton. Yuck. Jacob Middleton? Dude's a cone. They got rid of Coleman. Yeah. What the frig is this lineup?
There's not much there, man. It's brutal lineup.
It's
The only way
old.
Calgary's going to be winning games is they've got nothing to lose. So they're going to win like a lot of nothing to lose games. And Wolf is going to win some games for them. Just take Wolf over
Teams are
saves and forget about it. Just Wolf over saves. Yeah, teams will take them lightly. Like Sharon Govich, Frost, and Coronado. Sorry, Ryan Strome is ass now. Matvey Gridden isn't bad though.
Gridden's good.
In the NHL. Terrible.
Coronado.
Terrible.
Coronado, dude.
He's coming off an injury too. But look at that D. White Cloud, I mean, he's a good defenseman, but top pair? No. Kevin Ball's good too. Like they
Zane
should be a
Parekh
second
is
pair.
really good. I love Zane Parekh.
Yeah, when he's got to get. He's only 20 though. I mean,
Yeah.
he'll probably get better, but I mean, he's not ready now. Jacob Middleton,
No.
and Simone Nemec, he's got a long way to go. He's got tons of skill, but he's just not close to ready.
And the Olympics, Simone Nemec did not look that great.
Take Calgary. Take the opposite over saves for Calgary. Will shoot like crazy and they won't score. So take the opposite goaltender over saves. Not much going on here.
They still have that same coach.
Yep, same coach. I think he's a good coach.
Yeah.
But I mean, he just doesn't have much.
I don't like their forward.
They need to be bottom 5, man. They need a top center, and there's some really good ones.
Don't they have a new rink?
They're getting one. It's not there yet. They're getting a new rink in the middle of a deep rebuild. But it was probably a good idea. Get the new rink in the rebuild because the rink is gonna draw people there for at least a year or two. And then hopefully you're good by that time. But next year there's some centers that are just from what I heard, this Meyer kid. He's like another
dude, they have a lot of cap.
They got shit tons. They're trying to hit the floor.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, they're total nuts pretty much down to the nuts rebuild.
They have a really good goalie.
They got that down. And they've drafted well. They got 2 good goalies. They don't need Cooley at 29. Like, they should probably move on from him. They should find him a home. That's what Edmonton should be trying to do, but they're not. Take Devin Cooley over any of the 3 they got.
Dude, that's what Florida should have done. Fleece the Flames again.
But apparently they're going to let these guys go at it. They think Devin Cooley just might be, I don't know. Devin Cooley was a late bloomer too. It's another one. Talking about late bloomers.
Dude, Carolina should trade for Devin Cooley. I'm not sold on Kochekov anymore.
Calgary should maybe look at trying to do a 3-way trade with Devin Cooley in Winnipeg, get Hellebuyck, and move Hellebuyck somewhere. And get like a whole bunch of picks. Like trade Devin Cooley. They need forwards there. Morgan
Frost.
Wild. And like some of their second-round picks or something like that. Calgary's drafted well, from what I understand. That Cullen Potter kid did well in Arizona last year, and Cole Reshny looks like he's pretty good. But I mean, they're not top end guys.
Yeah, Calgary's one of the worst teams in the NHL.
Yeah.
The bottom teams, Islanders, Kraken, Calgary, Canucks, obviously, and do not like the LA Kings.
No, I think the LA Kings are holding out till next year. They're trying to get Matthews, but I'm not sure that Toronto's gonna. He's not. He's gonna leave Toronto. I don't know.
Dude, Matthews is going to Minnesota.
No, he's not.
That's somebody that played for the North Stars told me that.
Really?
Yeah, because he
Well,
likes
what are
Bill
they
Guerin.
screwing around with Larkin for then?
He likes Bill Guerin. I would also love Larkin on the Minnesota Wild.
They're getting Larkin.
I wish.
They're getting Larkin.
I hope.
They still say they're getting Larkin. I just can't see Larkin staying in Detroit, and I don't think he's going anywhere else. I think LA. If I don't know. I have no read on whether Matthews is staying in Toronto or not. I don't know. I know that getting Rozovich was certainly in that direction. I'm positive of that.
Is Austin Matthews as cutthroat as Brady Tkachuk is?
No. I mean, that was obvious he was going to Florida, man. I mean, come on. It's just like Matthew when he left Calgary. He made it sound like, oh, I just came up with this idea. It's like, no, you didn't. You knew you were leaving Calgary years before you left Calgary. You knew it. And I don't blame him for lying. I don't blame him. You don't want that, look on you, But you knew he was going to Florida. I don't know. Matthews has got a pretty good gig there with sponsorship and stuff in Toronto. I know Marner lost quite a bit when he left. He doesn't have that same sponsorship shit in Vegas.
He doesn't need it though.
You don't need it, but it's always nice to make an extra 2.5 sheets, whatever a year. Whatever it is, I don't know. From what I understand, and I don't know this to be true, but it makes sense. McDavid, when Gretzky got McDavid that contract, that MGM commercial contract, it was for ridiculous amounts of money. And McDavid got most of it, more than Gretzky did. So the theory is he took less because he wants to win a cup. And then when cap goes up, he's going to take more and he's staying in Edmonton. That's the theory. I thought he was going to Toronto. Like, that was what I thought. You're going to take less, give him 2 years. If you don't win a cup, he's going to Toronto because he's from there. He's, it would have been his team. And Toronto can build for that time. But that means you got to sign Matthews. Or you got to get some players around him in order to do that. So I don't know. I once thought for sure he was leaving after this 2 years if they didn't win a cup, but I'm not so sure. Oh. Hubert R says Anaheim bottom of the league. I'm not sure. I mean, I think he's looking at the defense when he says that. There's a lot of people that think that that contract for Carlson is going to fuck up the room, or Carlson's gonna get the bag and not be as good or something like that. And I know their defense doesn't look good, but in the regular season you can get away with it, man. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do well in the playoffs. They still got, I don't know what Joe Quenneville is doing there teaching these kids, but those forwards, more of those forwards got to learn how to play D and play more defensive hockey all three zones. But you don't have to do that in the regular season. You can outscore your problems in the regular season. And you got Seneca, Gauthier. I mean, that guy could score from anywhere. Carlson. Still got Kreider. Still got Granlund. Still got a lot of scoring power there.
Yeah, Jackson Lacombe.
Well, Jackson Lacombe's a beast.
Unreal.
Most
Dude,
underrated defenseman.
Dude, Team USA is going to be so good.
What, next Olympics?
Yes.
So is Team Canada. God.
Well, yeah. Well, no, they won't have Crosby. I don't know.
Yeah, Crosby will be done. But Celebrini is going to be years older. You got the two best players in the league, probably.
Celebrini and Lacombe. That's going to be a rivalry.
Celebrini, McDavid. Yeah, there's going to be different players there. Bedard will be there.
Yeah.
United States, Fantilli will probably get good enough to be on there by then.
I probably assume Caulfield and Jason Robertson.
Oh, Robertson's got to be there. How the hell he's not there last time? Oh, I'll never know.
JT Miller's better.
The hell was that?
Kyle Connor will be there.
Not sure about that. Plus, you got a lot of other kids coming up too.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that DuPont kid.
Will Smith.
Yeah. Probably play with Celebrini.
No, he's American, Will Smith.
Oh, he's American, right.
And Hudson. Yeah. All the Hudsons are American.
Yeah.
I think.
Is Hudson American?
He would be on Team USA.
He's American. Terrible at where I'm the worst at it.
Matt Coronado, he could be a sleeper pick.
No, I don't think.
What? He's good.
Boldy will be in the United States again. The Hughes brothers.
Kachucks.
So slow.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like,
yeah.
It'll be pretty old then. Yeah, Wolf is Hellebuyck will be old, but probably.
Dude, is Cutter Gauthier American?
That's in Pittsburgh. There's another.
Add him on the team. Logan Cooley will be on Team USA. Logan frickin' Cooley. He'll be better than Jack Hughes. That's what I'm saying, dude. Team USA, bro. Stacked.
It'll be long before the the more puck gets in the and sense more easy like they okay, no doubt about it. Hagel Sorelli will be there for Canada.
No, I don't know.
McKenna,
Suzuki.
McKenna, maybe, hopefully for Toronto, McKenna. Suzuki's American.
No, he was on Team
Suzuki's American.
Canada. He
Was he?
played for Team Canada. He
Okay,
was
so
on
he is.
Team Canada.
Oh yeah, okay. He is American. He is Canadian, right? I don't know why I thought he was American. So like I said, I don't pay attention to that much until it gets Olympic time. Like I usually don't know who's Canadian and who's not.
Yeah, Bedard, Schaefer, Celebrini, they'll be a big problem. They'll be a favorite, Canada. They'll be the favorites.
You got Sanderson will be playing Americans. Utah is like they've got a lot of Americans on their team.
Not Dylan Gunther. He'll be on Team Canada.
Dylan Gunther will be on the Canada, but 6 All-American Gunther. All their bottom guys are Canadian. Yamamoto. They only got one Canadian defenseman. Is TJ Ginla? Oh, he's half Canadian, half
He's
American.
Canadian.
I think he's got U.S. citizenship, though. But, yeah, I think he was born in Canada.
Is Porter Martone American? No, he's Canadian.
He's Canadian.
Oh, here's a hot take. You want to know a hot take, Pearl? I'm picking Jackson Blake on Team USA. I'm taking him.
Could be.
I would
I wouldn't
take
be
him.
surprised. He just keeps on getting better and better.
Stankoven's
He played for
Canadian.
Canada the World Junior Championships. I never forget that shit. I always forget that stuff.
Do you think Zegras is good enough?
He got better last year. He took a huge bump, but I don't know if he's got a high enough ceiling to get on the team, honestly. I'm looking here, and you know what?
Keandre Miller.
What Canadian players are going to be on there? Canada's starting to lose their shine, man. It's starting to fall away. You got a lot of Europeans that are making it.
Celebrini, Bedard, Schaefer are not losing it.
Faber's American too, isn't he?
Yeah, he got a gold medal.
There. Yeah, Faber's
Maybe.
American. Tom Wilson will be on the team. He's going to be older, but he'll be on the team. But most of these guys are all old. like, who are the young besides Celebrini?
Dude, Jack Eichel is going to be on
Team USA. He's American. One Canadian on Anna, one Russian for Americans.
Josh Morrissey will be on Team Canada.
Yeah, again, like these are guys that have already been there.
Bouchard.
Bouchard, yeah. Jarvis, of course.
Jarvis will for sure. He'll be, yeah.
Isn't
Reinhardt. Yeah, Nadeau is Canadian.
I mean, Florida's got a lot of Canadians. Reinhardt, Marchand will be too old.
He'll be old.
Logan Stankoven will probably be on Canada's team by then.
Yeah, Rico, I shouted you out like 30 minutes ago. Go, Rico. Rico's here.
Okay, this way. I'm going to see.
I'm going to head out, actually, Pearlo.
Yeah, if Rico is not coming on, you want to come on, Rico? I'm going to probably head out too. It's only been almost 3 hours. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Nice talking to you again,
Send
Robert.
me the link. Send me the link.
Yeah. I mean, especially over the summer here. This is kind of a free-for-all I go on to all the time.
Dude, I'll break some games down in the regular season again.
What's that?
I'll break some games down. Yeah.
Okay.
Live betcast.
I believe we're going to be on Twitch this winter.
Interesting.
We're doing Twitch stuff. Yeah. So I think so. If I can get a hold of Dre, I messaged him. He showed me the Twitch stuff. So I think our main thing is going to be Twitch, not YouTube. So let's let you know that.
You can charge money.
Yeah, it's probably why he's doing that. He says it's a better platform. I trust him, so I gotta do that. You're Rico. If you want to jump on for a bit. Otherwise, I'm gonna head out.
Peace out, Pearlo.
Pearlos Hymes cast, yeah. All right, see you, Robert. Thanks for coming on, man. Oh, I got to get rid of you. Well, I was going to be going on with Jim Biringer. He hasn't got back to me. I think he forgot all about this. I think he forgot about it. Rico, you coming on? You got home? All right. I guess that's it. Maybe I'll catch you guys on some spaces later on. But thanks everybody for coming on, and I'll catch you next time on, what do we call it now? Pearlos Hymes cast. I like that. I think we might call it that from now on. Take care, everybody. Okay, bye.